In this video, we're going to discuss the CSS media query. Now, the CSS media query is a very powerful feature in CSS, and it's also a very widely used feature in CSS. And it's mostly used to make your websites responsive. Now, in today's world, you see people use devices with different screen size. Now, you as the engineer of your website, you want to make sure you make your website mobile responsive on all the screen size out there. You want to make sure you make your website fit the laptop view. You want to make sure you make your website fit the tablet view, and most importantly, for mobile phones. It is very important because when a user comes to your website and the user sees that your website is not responsive, the user will leave your website, and that is not what you want. All right, so you always want to make sure you make your website fit all the screens out there, both for laptop, for tablets, and for mobile phones. So that is very important, and you can use the media query to do that. So in this video, I'm just going to show you how the CSS media query works. But in terms of when we will be using the media query to make a real website responsive, I have a series on how to build a restaurant website on this channel. Now you can check it out, and I have also pasted the link to that series down below in this video. All right, so when you take that series, you really know how the CSS media query works. You really know how it works in full, and you also get the idea on how to build a fully responsive website. So you can check that series out. I have pasted the link down below in this video. So like I said, I'm just going to show you how the CSS media query works. Obviously, we don't have a real website right now, so I'm just going to show you how the media query works. All right, so as you can see on our index.html here, I have a div, and inside this div I have one paragraph. So let's go to our web page. So this is what we have on our web page. This is just a simple web page. So let's go to our styles.css. So for our body, I gave the background color light blue, and for our div, I gave it a font weight of bolder, a padding of 20 pixels, background color of blue, and the color of white. So this is just what we have here on our styles.css. So we are going to start the example of how our CSS media query works. And like I said, you use the CSS media query to make your web page responsive. So to get started with the media query, the sign you use is your @ sign. So you specify your @ sign, and after your @ sign, you use media. Now after this media, you use your parenthesis. It comes with a parenthesis. Now inside this parenthesis, you specify max -width, and then your colon. And after your colon, you can apply any screen size you want. From you can apply 200 pixels, 300 pixels, 400 pixels, 600 pixels if you want. So we are going to start with the 600 pixel mark. So say 600 pixels at a max width of 600 pixels, and this will handle most of the tablet phones out there. So let's style this now. So what this is simply saying here is at a max width of 600 pixels or less, go ahead and apply the styles. All right, so that's the styles now that we are going to apply right now. So as you can see, our body here, for our desktop view, we gave our body a background color of light blue. So I'm going to override that right now. So we'll specify the body, and this time we are going to give the body a background color of yellow. And for our div, remember we gave our div a background color of blue for our desktop view. So now on the max width of 600 pixels, we are going to give our div a background color. We'll put the dots. So it's a class, don't forget. So you put the dots there. So I'm going to give it a background color of red. So we are now overriding that. So we are giving the div a background color of red. So like I said, once again, what this is simply saying here, as you can see, we are simply saying max width of 600 pixels. So what this is simply saying here, at a max width of 600 pixels or less, go ahead and apply these following styles here. So once our screen is reduced to 600 pixels or less, we are going to get these styles here. So now let's go to our web page and refresh and see if this is going to work. So let's refresh. Now let's remember this is for desktop, so this won't work now. So unless we resize the browser to the max width of 600 pixels or less, so let's hit the 600 pixel mark. Now you can see we just hit the 600 pixel mark. Now you can see our web page. You can see the background color of our web page has now changed to yellow, and the background color of our div is now red. Okay, so this is because we hit the 600 pixel mark, and that's why this effect is coming into play, as you can see. So when we go past the max width of 600 pixels, now you can see the stylings is gone. So but when we hit the 600 pixel mark or less, now you can see the stylings is now taking effect. So this is how the CSS media query works. Now you can add multiple, you can add many screen size if you want. You can add 400 pixels for the the 400 pixel will handle mobile phones. You can add 500 pixels, even 780 pixels. You can add any screen size you want, but this is a screen size for 600 pixels, and this will handle most of the tablet views out there. So this is how the CSS media query works. You can do lots of things. You can also remove elements on the setting width screen. You can also add elements. All right, so it's always good to make your website mobile responsive, and like I said, I have pasted the link on this video on how to make your website mobile responsive, where we'll be building a fully responsive website. All right, so that will be it for this video. In the next video, we are still going to continue on how the CSS media query works. I'm still going to be throwing more light on how it works. All right, so but that will be it for this video. I will see you guys in the next video.